Impression. I wanted you to see the black-slippered, silk-vest, cat-eyed, skin-tight woman. Wanted you to see the soft silhouette I leave, crumpled sheets, and how late I come home. What time of day did you realize I was a lie? The blue-washed, turtleneck, high-waisted sweatpants of a soil soul, succulent, herb garden girl, parched of sunlight. Was it that first Saturday night at a sticky 11:04 p.m., when knowing all along how my laugh sounded and feet tripped, you knew I'd eat up your compliments? Knocked over. If I lie on the floor, the soil spilt from the pot wants to go back in. Like a breeze or clawing vines could help collect the damp mess. It's been 11 minutes since it tipped, and the terracotta becomes dual-toned, mildew and muddy, rather than seeping its water into the carpet. Imagine worms slinking back into the ground. Imagine the snag of torn leaves, plucked leaves, once buried, upturned. Now the question to be upright. There is a vibration in my cheek, pressed into the cocoa-dusted floor, sod, topsoil, too bitter for me. A plate shift, a sandy fragment, and the pot will crack. The stems look me in the eyes, comfortably. It's like rolling off the bed, like tilted shelves and shattered picture frames, the 7 a.m. garbage truck, and a funeral. Summer ending. Desperately, we cling to the warm weather, the sun run, light flood, big branches of summer. Birds still prepare for flight. Those of us waiting for a chill, a sign from our brittle and shaking bones, have grown impatient. Ignore the air getting lighter. Ignore splitting lips and cracking knuckles. I have now woken up exactly twice, feeling the expectant cold of September. There is a tumble of sheets that lie dormant on my bed, with knots and fighting sleep. Waking in a sweat is uncomfortable, while the crisp of frost holds my flowers on the porch below me. Something doesn't feel right in the way my legs cross each other, the way that gourds don't mean autumn anymore. Show me an escape to 2 years ago, when we yelled in the cornfield, it rained on our gaping mouths, and being lost in something of a child's game wasn't so bad. Now, the dried-up, nude cornstalks tell me that running will get me no further. Tell me I have reached the center of the maze, and not even the dirt caked under my heels can feed me. My sweat-drenched sheets of corn dreams will cold wash and tumble dry, right after I pulley my freight-trained body from the window. Today, the light of dewy morning becomes less dewy and dims to 57 degrees, but I get out of bed to another 90-degree day. Sweat perched on my lip, and my knees swollen like waterlogged bricks. They keep me down and force me to trudge through nothing but the last days of summer. Ode to my glass-plated shower. Oh, you tender-hearted trapping, warming me each night in a slow embrace. Water curves down my shoulders and hips, drips past my ankles, my feet burdened by the weight. Every night with you is a baptism. The steam rises from your belly, my belly, with the scent of overwashed cucumbers, the perfume of peony and honeydew. I ask you one thing, to feel soft, new to the touch, pristine. I beg you to take the days away. My skin is only residue, a whole woman underneath. Oh, you house of glass, with citrine light you make me look myself in the face, soap running in my eyes. My scalding back stands taller. I become, for a moment, comfortable. Your fogged mirror-like doors and walls see me clearer than I ever have. You are not to judge me. You stare, but do not fantasize. You give me a half-steamed portrait. You say you're welcome, and I never say thank you. Parched. Forget disease and think forest. Think of light refracting pink through the belly of a pitcher plant, or green mouths and teeth to rake the air. I want a carnivorous plant to pour its own life into my lifeless air. I can feed it as my own child, reminding myself to eat while I'm at it. I doubt the flowers on my windowsill know we are hurting outside. All they've known is soil, recycled pots, and filtered water from my bathroom faucet. My forget-me-nots forgot the word pandemic. I keep my windows shut. My daisies stopped growing in this sickness. This sick is my own foul air. I still find dead flies in the windowsill. I want a carnivorous plant to clean up the fat flies, fruit flies, sweaty air, and night terrors. Flies buzz too much at night. They never go to use. And I am here with them, pawing, clawing at the dirt and the muck. They're sick, unwell. Think carcass. My plants turn to carcass, one every 12 days. I'm saying I want something to hunger for my own good health. Strewn. There are purple feathers scattered about the floor, intertwining, tangling the carpet fibers, and I trample them on my way to wash, refresh. The dishes are piling up in the sink, on my nightstands, on the small coffee table. I forgot to wash my face 3 nights in a row, and I'm on my last roll of toilet paper, last box of tissues. My eyes beg me for a new prescription, and I have 6 missed calls from my doctor. Ground beef, black beans, and chopped tomatoes become putrid in the refrigerator as my roommates neglect my shelf. It's 2 steps to the garbage, but I'm stuck picking the feathers out of my socks, out of my slip-on dresses, out of the shower drain. There are spoonfuls of soil in my bathtub and an unopened bottle of aromatherapy bubble soap, meant for people who enjoy warm baths. My bag of Miracle-Gro sprouts new mold every month, and the smell of white, fuzzy earth lingers through my bedroom for 2 days. I let it air out for a week. I know that when I plug my ears, it sounds like an earthquake, maybe the rumble of an underground train. I also know that filling my ears with water sounds like a hearty windstorm, or how I'd assume drowning sounds. I think the candle I lit last night has drowned itself, and last week's fruit flies will dive bomb the wax before crusting over. Nothing quite sounds like sleeping, but my mouth will hang open in bed tonight on an empty stomach, hoping tomorrow I will avoid the feathers.